Hey, what's up, Migo like geeks and freaks? So, welcome to number 30 video in the last few weeks. Happy Valentine's Day, where all the love is being spread at Migo like. All right, anyway, let's get started. So, we got two boxes today. We got this one, which I'm going to open first, and I'll show you the other one. I think you're going to like the other one better, but this one, something that's missing from the collection. And then what we're going to do today is we're going to go through those Mexican knockoff figures that I have. I got about 24 of them. To show all of them, but I'll show you some cool Mexican knockoffs. Some that are still in the package, and some that are not, and some that are working, and some that are broken, and some that are so rare that not even the one that thinks he's the supreme ruler has over anyone else. All right, so this is from eBay. Thanks for your purchase. Well, thank you. Oh, by the way, I learned what Vor Red is, by the way. So Vor Red is some page. If you go to that, I Googled it. And if you go to that in Google, it tries to take you to some page that's obviously got a virus on there or something that's probably related to porn, because my antivirus software will not let me get there anyway. But I do not have this figure in this box. So I did a whole bunch of round 2 Captain Action. We did the whole Playing Mantis Captain Action. And I did the round 2. And they've got the deluxe sets, and they've got the single sets. But this is the one with the nice comic on the front, which I thought was really nice. And I think this is the first edition Thor that came out. I'm pretty sure this is the first one. And his hammer has the nice writing on there. Let's see. I can't even read it. It's so small. But let's see what we got here. Whomever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. So he's got his boots. He's got his outfit. He comes with looks like a little card in there or something in there. Yeah, he's got a little card in there, like a little newspaper cover. It's hard to see. It's behind here. But I don't have this single set, so I'm actively pursuing getting all those round 2 figures in. They're very, very cool. All right, let's get on to something else. And if you miss it, you can go back and check a couple episodes. I did the whole Playing Mantis. I also did all the round 2 that I have, and so on, a bunch more. This one I'd like to show you guys. It's marked, that's right, Fragile. That means it must be from Italy. Maybe it's a lamp. I don't know. I guess we're going to say. Anyway, let's take a look and see what's inside, because this you're going to love. I can tell you that. This comes from the Great White North, eh? And you're going to love this. This is really going to love. Matter of fact, one of these is for Dr. Durant, Rich Hurley himself. Shit, I got to go to the post office tonight. I just forgot. I got to get my butt out there. So get some packages out. Be very careful how this gets open. This is from our very good friend, Randall Wall. That is correct. It's from Randall Wall. And by the way, guys, if you like and subscribe, or you subscribe or whatever, you don't have to like, you just subscribe. What's going to happen is, wow, he did a good job packing this shit up. Randall, you are the man. That's all I got to say. Randall's taking a nice break, doing a little vacation, I think. But if you subscribe, we'll be picking random people out of the subscribers to receive toys. Some of them will be brand new, unopened new Mego figures. Some of them will be other things that I have. Some will be vintage stuff, just Megos, all kinds of cool toys. And congratulations to John Shipper, or JS Starbuck, for being our first winner. So very excited to send him a new Mego. And Starbuck actually got a couple extra things because he's been a very good friend over the years and had some extra stuff, and he's a hell of a customizer. So I got some extra stuff for him to go his way. And wow. I hope, Rich Hurley, you're watching this. Wow, man, he really knows how to wrap some stuff. Randall, you are the man. Oh, God, you guys are going to love these. All right, these, wow. So I showed you guys Randall's world's greatest secret hideouts. And we did Batman. I'm going to pull one out because there's actually two in here. One of them's for, like I said, Dr. Durant, Rich Hurley. And I'm going to put this to the side over here. I'll get messed up. It's just a divider. But we did the one for Batman. So this one's actually wrapped. I didn't want to unwrap it. It's wrapped in saran wrap right now. But Frankenstein Box. It's a Mego style box. Check it out. World's Greatest Secret Hideouts. Monster Lab. Now, I know the fucking reflection in here is a little shitty. Let's try and show you a little bit without the... Fuck it. Let's just get the saran wrap off of it. Because we're going to open it up. Because Randall knows how to make some badass shit. And to our friends out there that are screaming for red, we'd like to wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. Because for red is the color of Valentine's Day. All right, let's try this. Here we go. All right, so everything Randall makes is by hand. It is a labor of love. These are not meant for your kids to play with. These are collector's items. If you take a look, it looks like a Mego box, right? It's got the plastic up front. I want to put a fingerprint on it. There it is right there. Monster Lab's World's Greatest Secret Hideouts. Check out the sides. I'll bring up a little closer. Check some of the old cool black and white pictures. Some of the old Frankenstein movies. The bottom. And the top. And the other side with other pictures. Oh, did I show you this one already? I'm sorry. Yes, this side. Other pictures. This is a great monster collectible. Look at the back. The back even looks like the Frankenstein table. Now, I have not seen this thing put together. Randall told me that he made it. So I have to take the stuff out and kind of figure out how to do it. So let me zoom down here so you guys can take a look what I'm looking at. First of all, we have the box. If you take a look inside, you can see it's got all kinds of cool stuff inside. I'll do it that way so you can see it for now. It's got like the little weird wheels, the little old-fashioned remote control items. We have, wow, look at this. Wow, look at this. Fantastic. All right, hold on a second. We need to get the specs on. So if you take a look, everything, it's foldable. It's paperboard. I don't know what you call this stuff exactly. I'll bring this up here, but you could take a nice look at that. It's really, he did a great job. Look at everything on it is just fantastic. Randall is a gifted artist, if you will. He's fantastic. Look at this. My God. Yeah, now I see why this is a labor of love. All right, check it out. It's those things that go bzzz, bzzz, if I'm correct. Check it out. Very nice. Very nice, Randall. Danger, high voltage. He's got the little reader on the front. Fantastic. Wow. Great job. All right. Here is the inside, if you will. And you can take a look. There's like a little old-fashioned TV. And if you look carefully, there's a, so you guys can see it, there's a Frankenstein monster on there on the table. This is utterly fantastic. Wow. All right. So we're going to open this up, which is where all the secret stuff is in. Look at all that stuff in there. Whoa. Careful. All right. I got to figure out how this all goes together. There is a ton of stuff in here. I'm going to bring each and every item up so you guys can see them all. Oh, wow. He even made, check it out, guys. Jesus. He even made the headband that goes on the monster when he's laying on the table, the Frankenstein monster. If we take a look inside, guys. He's even got the same stuff printed inside. We drop that down. We have a working, functioning table. He's got everything is fully decorated all the way around. I mean, even the outside of the box, the inside of the box. We're going to drop down. I believe this comes over here. Now, if you guys did not see the Batman playset, it's fantastic. Take a look right here. We got our stuff. I'm not going to unfold the stool because I want to put it back in, but you can see it kind of goes out into a square. And then it's got the stool. We have, if I'm correct, I believe these are floor pieces. I have to figure this all out. I have to figure out how Randall did all this. He has such a great imagination on what he's doing here. If I have this right, we have little, check it out, guys. We have little knobs and shit on here, stuff on here, excuse me. And so on. Danger, high voltage. Kinds of, even everything is just, the whole thing's colored. There's no bare spots on it at all. Little box, it says danger on it, and it's all the way around. There's no bare spots on any of this stuff. It's another one. Okay. Oh, wow. This is fantastic. He did such a good job. I don't know how the heck he comes up with this stuff. I really don't. I really don't know how he does this. And he's got all these cool remote control stuff that goes in it. Fantastic. I got to figure out how the whole set sets up. I'm not 100% sure how it goes. I think this would probably... He puts a lot of love into these. I got to see a picture of this to see how it exactly goes, to be honest with you. I mean, wow. What a fascinating, just really creative individual. Randall, you're fantastic, bro. I don't know how you figured all this shit out, but you are just wicked, wicked awesome, my man. We love what you're doing. Please do not stop, man. Everything is just great. Please don't stop. It's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We got all these great things going on here. Phenomenal. Like I said, even the piece for the head to go on there. Get out of here in the store. All right, I'm going to turn this around a little bit so you guys get a little peek. I did not set it up right. I have more work to do to figure it out. I got to talk to Randall about it. But basically, he takes what would normally be Amigo-sized box and he turns it into a little play set. Yep. And for you guys out there in Amigo that are making boxes, Randall's very talented. Please don't ruin it, please. Like it did the Jersey Flows. Please do not ruin it. Just do the right thing for once. We really all appreciate that. Sad. Anyway, so this is fantastic. Randall, this is so badass, bro. I love it. Dude, home run every time with your stuff. I gotta figure out how to get all this stuff back in. That's the tricky part. All right, so let's see how it all stacks back in there. Rich Hurley is going to lose his emming effing mind when he sees all this. He's just going to go nuts for it. Dr. Durant himself is going to go nuts. Wow. What a great set. Just a great idea. Now, I know Randall also did, we only did, I think, 2 of them. He did the Star Trek ones, and I think they lit up, if I remember correctly. I think that's what he said. They lit up as well. And can you imagine? Can you absolutely imagine that they actually lit up? So cool. He did such a good job. Randall, thank you so much. Please enjoy your vacation. I hope you really, really enjoy it. This is just a fantastic piece. And then when you're all done, guys, you get everything back in the box. This goes in like this. Put everything back in the box. I have that upside down. Just going to go here. We'll fold it all back into a nice, wonderful, Amigo size style box. And there you have it. The world's greatest secret hideouts Frankenstein version. Absolutely fantastic. Randall, thank you so much for that. It's fucking amazing, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rich Hurley, yours is here. I set up to get that out for you. I got some other stuff I have to get for you too. All right. We're going to do a little bit of the Mexican, the 8-inch knockoff, Mexican knockoff. So they're mostly molded from old Lili Ledy figures. Not from Migos, but from Lili Ledy. Not all. Some of the legs, or most of the legs, or some kind of remold of the Star Trek figure legs. You know, the boots on the bottom part is a boot and the top part is a leg. But there are some that are different. So let me get them together. There's variants out the wazoo. As I said one time before the other night when I was doing the Lili Ledys, there's a video of a guy who went to Mexico and he went to a place and there's just piles of them. And they're all over the floor and it's unbelievable. It's like a dream come true. So I'm going to bring them over a little bit of time. I'll show you guys and then I'm going to put them back. So it's going to be a little bit longer than normal. They're just very delicate and I don't want them to fall. All right, hang tight for a second as I get them. First, going to start with some box variations, and these are actually in plastic VHS tape packages. Alan Lawrence, thanks, sent these over to me, so you can actually put the box. They fit perfectly inside. They're great. They hold the figures, As you can see, the box is usually nothing more than some piece of cardboard. Hola. Sorry, my wife. You can't. No puedes. ¿Por qué? ¿Algo adentro? Ah, okay. I'll come up. Yo te ayudo. Lo tengo todo. Huh? Okay, we'll find them. We'll open them up. No problema. Yo hacerlo. No problema. So the boxes are usually nothing more than these kind of pieces of cardboard with like tape around them. This is a Batman figure still in the package. He still has a sticker. He's in black. He's got the Star Trek boots on. I know it's a little hard to see in there. I'll show you ones that are loose in a bit, but he's all black. The wrists are not jointed. They're not jointed at all because the wrist is actually just a molded arm and they just poured the plastic. You can see where the joint is, but just molded. We have one version where it's actually molded that I've seen. It's a Captain America hand. This Captain America they drilled a hole in his left hand. They put a little white shield on it and a peg attached to the shield went through. Mine is broken. It doesn't have the shield, just the peg. Here's another example, same idea of a Batman. And the funny thing with these, if you take a look, that belt, which is like, why is that belt there? That's actually masking tape. Yes, they use different color masking tape and electrical tape to make belts for these figures. Absolutely crazy. This is a very rare figure, Kaliman. And these all came in different colors, guys. Batman came in black, blue, light blue, dark blue, green, white, red. They came in all these different colors, so they're all over the place. It's nothing that you're going to be able to knock down. This is a Kaliman figure, and he's black suit with white. The heads on these are hard plastic. They're just poured plastic, if you will. This is a Robin figure, and this one's a little different. I've seen some of these before. This box is actually, it's got a window on it, if you will, but you could tell it looks like somebody cut it by hand. And these are the original boxes. I mean, these things must have been bought off the street. And they are out of Mexico. I'm sure some kids were probably losing it. So this is Robin figure. I'm going to show you a couple things. He's a little unique. So he's quite tight. He's got a little bit of paint loss, if you will. But these heads are, you can actually see the line in his head where they poured it in. The mold, actually, the plastic bled through a little bit of the flashing. The shorts on these figures are all tape, and this is tape. They could be one color tape, two colors tape. Sometimes they're like a foil. But you take a look, there's extra flashing in the hands. It's just really poor quality, if you will. But they're just absolutely cool. And this figure came with this. I've never seen one in a box that's come with something like this before. If you take a look, it's kind of got this big yellow bat, this batarang, and I don't know what that is. Is that a gun? It's supposed to be some kind of gun. I have no idea, but I've never seen one like this. They're still attached to the tree. I thought that was pretty wicked awesome, if you will. And again, this is something that you don't see every day. These are very hard to come by. They're cheap as shit. You breathe on them wrong, and they will fall apart. You be very, very careful with them. But the cool thing is they're really good and hard to find. All right, let's go on to the next. Just going to bring these over a little bit at a time. Like I said, they're very fragile. Some of these are not in the best shape. These kids beat the crap out of these. But here's a Batman that only has pants. And they came in all kinds of crazy varieties. He only has pants. There's no cape. He's got, a masking tape belt. You can see his boots are Star Trek belts. And these are not 8 inches. They're about 7.5. So as I learned from the guys that do their own customs and stuff, when you take something, you mold it, and then you re-pour it or you remake it, it's always a little bit smaller. But he's made out of the Lili Ledy Batman head. He's got those kitten ears, as you call them. But take a look at his wrist. You can see the wrist is not jointed. It's actually molded. The elbows are jointed. They're plastic pins, so I don't want to touch them. Same thing with the knees. But if you take a look at the back, you can actually see some of the points where they mold it. See little circles on the back, if you will. Here's another one, the similar Batman. He's in black. He doesn't have his cape, but it's very similar to one in the box. He just doesn't have his cape. That is a sticker on there, if you will. The stickers tend to fall apart. Same idea, same everything. And then here's another Batman. Now, this one's not in the greatest shape. He's got a blue head, but you can see these are very hard plastic. They're not squishy anyway. And he came in a white suit. His sticker was there at one point, not now, and so on. Oh, let me see. We already got messages. What's up, Captain Lou? Tony May. Tony May. Very delicate, just like Sanchez. That's very true. They are like Sanchez. His ego is fragile. We have to be careful with him. Oh, who's here? Oh, fantastic. Ford Reyes. Thank you, sir. Let's put you up here. Here we go. Here's a comment from somebody. Vur.life. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Remus Ford, Reyes Ford. That's fantastic. It's almost like your friend the other day with 4Red. You're just a dick, bro. You need to stay the fuck out, asshole. All right, anyway. These just douchebags come in here. Do not click on those links. Do not go to those websites. They're all full of viruses. These guys are just a bunch of fucking douchebags trying to get the money out of you. And yet YouTube lets them run rant bit. So does Facebook. So does everybody else. They're idiots. Okay, can you start dressing up like a character like they do in the other channel? That's an excellent question. Yes, I can. I can put on a Star Trek mask. I could do that if you like. All right, let me get these back to where they came from, and I'll come out with the next set. Yes. These are the last of my Batman figures. Batman is a very popular figure with these. Batman was just very popular back in the day, but you can see this is a black Batman, but he came with a green suit. Again, his belt is, this one's not masking tape. This is some kind of crappy electrical tape, if you will. He still has original stickers, and the boots are the Star Trek boots. These two are actually cool. I'll do one at a time. This one, his sticker fell off, but Alan Lawrence was actually kind enough. I was checking these out, and he outbid me on them on eBay, but he was kind enough to sell them to me later. This is a Batman in a dark blue suit. If you could take a look at his really crappy cape, and he's missing his sticker, but this one actually is the same outfit as one of the Captain Americas I have. Again, the masking tape belt, masking tape this one is, and of course the black boots. This one's a little better version. I'll actually give you an idea of what these shorts are made out of, because this one doesn't have shorts, but this one does. Here's a gray suited Batman, and you can see how crappy the hands are. Like, even the position's horrible. They've got the boots. He's got a gray suit, sticker, cape, blue top. But take a look at the shorts very, very carefully. You can see it's just a piece of masking tape, and this is just some crappy plastic. I don't even know. The masking tape just eventually dries and falls off, so I don't touch it too much. Some crappy plastic like the same material as the cape. All right, so that's all the Batman figures. Give me a bit, and I'll show you some of the other cool characters we have. What do you see, Hawkman? If you haven't seen him yet, it's going to blow your fucking mind. I'll tell you that. I'm going to try and do these methodically. I'm going to show you some Robins next and Spider-Man, or Spider-Man as a wrestler, if you will. So let me show these to you. So I showed you the Robin in the box. This is usually kind of the more condition where they start to look like really worn out. Paint's all gone. Robin's all in green with the black boots. And these suits they use. Now, if you take a look, these suits, they can't fit over the head with what they have. So the head pops out. It's not squishy. It's hard. It's like a hard plastic or resin. They shove it in there. So the head pops off. They put on the outfit carefully, I guess. And they put these on. I can't imagine these things survived. In fact, they must have broken every third one. Here's another one. Now, this one's actually, you could see the actual pelvis area. You can see it's starting to pull apart because they are actually strung with elastic. Yeah, similar to what they used to do in Mego. They're strung with elastic, or at least the ones that I have are. And here's another Robin. Now, the weird thing about him is he has this suit that doesn't look like it's his, and I think he got it from somewhere else. Somebody put him on. I don't know when, but even if you look inside, the color of the body is not flesh colored. They just came in all kinds of colors, a lot of black. But this outfit I can't place because it's actually sewn together. I don't know if it's a custom or it came that way, but that's another Robin. You can see he's just, paint just came right off. It just wore off. All right. Spider-Man came in all kinds of colors. He came in blue. He came in red. He came in black. He even came in yellow. And Spider-Man has a one-piece suit with this piece of paper just stuck to the front, glued to the front. He comes with the black boots. And look at the head, though. The thing about this Spider-Man is the eyes are actually horrible. They're painted, but it's unique. This is not molded after anything. It actually has like webbing, 3D webbing on the head, and so on. I'm going to show you another Spider-Man, but he's not actually supposed to be Spider-Man because instead of coming with the Star Trek boots and his foot's chewed to shit, one of them, but he actually comes with these other kinds of boots. They're wrestling boots. This one, somebody chewed the crap out of it. But notice he has his little gold bracelets, if you will. He has no shirt. He's actually not Spider-Man. He's actually a wrestler, a luchador. That's what I pretty much figured out with this guy. He's got different boots. He was sold as a luchador. And if you guys don't know, if you ever watch the Mexican wrestling, they all wear masks. It's just a big thing of theirs that they do. All right, let me get these back. Again, I'm just trying to be very careful because all I need is for it to hit the floor. It'll be in a million pieces. All right. Okay, we're getting close. Hang on. Let me put these down. We actually have a Captain Kirk. We have Thor. We have Hawkman. See these things right here. So I'll show you some examples of. First, let me show you this, what a head looks like. This is actually a Batman head that got pulled out of another figure. Now, somebody carved the peg down a little bit. It's usually round, but they carved it down to a square. But you can see it's just plastic, hard plastic, if you will. Poorly decorated and so on. This one, the paint's coming off. Again, you can see the seam on the head. It's just a hard plastic figure. Probably if you a little heat, it would melt down. Here's an example of Captain America without, and he's missing half an arm, and he's missing part of his leg. I'll show you better in a minute. But you can see there's actually two pieces. It's a shirt and a bottom. Same suit as the Batman. He's molded after a Lili Ledy head or a Mego head, if you will. But he's got the non-jointed wrist just like the other one. Yep, easy. This is another version. This is another version of Captain America. Again, the non-jointed wrist. He's got a much darker suit, almost black. You can see his head. But look at his belt and his shorts. They're like tinfoil. I mean, it's just with masking tape. Like, this is how these were made. This is not some kid putting together. This is how these made. The evidence is all over the place. Here's even another Captain America. And it looks like his sticker. He had a sticker at some point, a dark suit. You could see he had a sticker kind of in there. In the middle, pieces are left over with his shorts. Again, with this red, crappy plastic and this blue tape, if you will. Joint the elbows. But let me show you. This is the one that actually is different. And this one, I don't know if this hand is unique to Captain America. I haven't found any others that have it. I think there are other ones. He actually has a real joint. I'm not going beyond that. I'm going to go very, very careful. The thing is fucking fragile as hell. But he has a real jointed plastic wrist, similar to Type 1. But if you take a look in his hand, you see that white peg in there? Right there? Well, it goes through his hand, and on the back, there was a little white shield that was attached to that peg, and that was Captain America's shield. Again, he still has the same boots and so on. He's very, very, very delicate. These things just get really, really loose over time like anything else. Some might have her pretty tight, but here we go. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. For those of you that are getting bored. I'm going to show you these three, and then I'm going to bring out the two that are probably the epitome of my collection with that. Oh, I wanted to show you what two of the shirts look like. So here is a Captain America, or it doesn't really matter. They came in everything, but most likely this is basically a Captain America. You can see how crappy they are. Look at the bad stitching on there. The head, the hole's very small, just enough to get the neck through. And here's one in green, just to give you an idea. Like, this is not some one-piece thing. These are all obtained at different times. All right. This one is actually Robocop. Now, he's a little bit different, or some version of Robocop, because he does have the Trekkie style boots on the legs. Actually, they're a little more of the wrestlers, if you will. He's the same size, but his arms don't bend. He's just got these solid arms, if you will, but he's strung just like an Omega would be, if you will. I was like, fuck it. I watched him on eBay for too long and figured it's time to have him. Next is Captain Kirk. This Captain Kirk is all in blue, including his hair. He's got this weird bad mold on his face. Not mold like the plant, but mold like it was molded poorly. And that's a Captain Kirk head, if you will. He came in all kinds of colors. I've seen him in tan and gray and blue and green, and it's all over the place. If you actually go to where is it? myamigolike.com over here, and you go right to the top, you drop down the menu, there's a thing that says 8-inch Mystery Mego knockoff figures or something. I have more than these. I don't even own all of them. There's pictures on there of stuff that I don't own that I have. This one, I've never seen another one of this, and the only thing I can attribute this to is some kind of Rambo figure. He's got the headband, he's got the hair, he's a Rambo figure, if you will. He's got the sleeveless shirt and so on, and he's just, again, with the boots, if you will, and he's just Rambo. That was just one I haven't seen. All right, now I'm going to bring you guys out Thor and Hawkman. They're coming one at a time because they are so fucking fragile. I'm so worried about breaking them because they have wings like you wouldn't believe coming out of them. More than what you got on the Mego figures. All right, one sec. We're going to do Thor first. And I have to thank Mr. Mattioli for this one because he sold it to me. This is Thor. You can see these giant wings on the helmet. Very specific sculpt. He is definitely not a Mego knockoff in any way. He's not a Mego remold. I don't know where they sculpted that from. There must have been some other toy. He's got the red cape. You can actually see the joints in the arms, how poor they are. They're just these crappy plastic pegs over here, if you will. He's got white boots, just like the other one. He's got white boots, same style boots, just different color. And he's got a crappy yellow belt, if you will. And there's Thor. And he's just fantastic, very fantastic. Am I missing stuff? Oh, let me see. I'm missing chat shit. It says Nacho Libre. Who said that? Nacho Libre, Tony May. So I have any idea? Yeah, Tony, these are from, they were taken from Lili Ledy. So they're from the 70s, probably to the early 80s. And they're definitely in the downtownest parts of the deepest part of Mexico. I have to tell you, probably like Mexico City. Let me see. I remember the suit you wore. Oh, yeah. The suit I wore to last league, the Iron Man suit, is actually a suit, not a Iron Man costume. It's a suit with Iron Man print on. I still have that. David Exam picked up a Star Ace 1 scale horse. It will go well with you. Well, very nice. Nice, David. Very nice. So do you have any idea how old? Nacho Libre. Lou Melagran, do you plan on taking incomplete figures to make a complete one? Oof. Is that why you buy so many? I don't. I'm probably one of those weird dudes that will just buy tons of figures that I like. I don't typically move parts between figures. Once in a while, on a very rare occasion, I will. So if I have like on my Tomlin, I have a glow-in-the-dark Morlock He's missing the whip. I have a bunch of other figures with the exact same whip. That one I moved the whip to because I'd rather see him complete. But with these, no. And these are very hard to swap parts on. That Captain America's missing the arm and the leg. He was in pieces. For me to even get the clothes on a one-legged, one-arm figure was a nightmare. The head had to come off. They were in the box. I got a whole bunch of pieces. They're in the box, but they were very, very difficult. All right, Robocock. That's true. That is Robocock. Lou, do you know that the figures are commercial knockoffs versus? No, these are definitely. So when you say custom, so there's not a Amigo or an FTC making these figures. This is somebody who starts their. I don't know if you guys have ever been to third world countries, but if you've ever been to the deepest parts of Mexico, and I'm not talking about the part where you go touristing, I'm talking about the part where you don't really go. It's just not. It's not good for you to go if you're not someone who knows to speak Spanish fluently and you know the lay of the land. But there are places where they will start up factories and stuff like that. And it's really just people hand pouring figures. There's guys, those space apes I showed you guys that look like Cornelius and so on. Those figures are made in a factory. There's a guy in the group. He knows where they're made. He knows the family. He says they've been making them since the 60s, or they've been making toys since the 60s. They've been knocking figures off. They make them. They sell them on eBay. These were sold in the street. They were just sold in the street. They were cheap. They were quick. Kids could get their hands on superheroes. And a lot of kids back then didn't have a lot of money. So, yeah. So they're not custom or somebody. They're custom in the sense that they're not made an official like a Hasbro, but they are being made for sale out in the street. Like guys probably traveled around and, like they would sell you, fruit and shit on a stand. They would do the same thing with these. So yeah, very cool. But let me show you Hawkman. He is absolutely, he is the coolest one in my collection. I got to get him into something. I'm probably going to put him in a tennis tube to protect him because he's really fragile. All right, let's see. Now, just to say, is he legitimate? Like I said, there's a video and there's another Hawkman in the video. The wings are actually different. I saw the video. I could actually, they were much bigger wings that came with that figure. But these are all molded in the same color yellow, the same plastic and so on. They're legit. These are pretty much everything we could tell unless somebody's like an amazing forger, which they're not. These are actually legit. So let me show you. He's in a green outfit. He's got the Star Trek boots. Let's see if I can give you this. It might be a little easier. You can see how bad the molding is. Like, it's pretty cool, but it's just so, like, the eyes aren't even in proportion to the head. But if you look at the size, look at the size of the wings. And here's the wings on the back. There's the wings on the back. And they're just held on with these black strings, thread, if you will, just wound over and over. And, these are just really cool figures that they made for a very poor population. It's a cheap way to get them, $3 or $4 for Amigo back in the day may have not been a lot at the time, but for some kids, they basically had no toys. This was probably the one chance they had to get something that, was not normally in their set. How do you know that someone made them how do I know that someone made a versus commercial made figure? Because there's no markings on them. And I've watched videos of guys who've actually traveled, and there's hundreds, maybe thousands of these things, like in rooms where they've, for somebody to sit there and just make customs all day. You'd basically you'd have to have an army of them. These are people just pouring plastic. I spoke to some of the guys that I get some of these from. The guy who actually sold this is in our group. He picks them up at toy shows and stuff like that. But I spoke to other guys in the area that said, yeah, they had these things when I was younger, and they were made in this, some guy's small factory garage, if you will. They were hand poured, handmade, hand sewn, and this is what they did. Yeah, this is the kind of shit. So I have about 24 of these, but I've probably in my lifetime, besides the ones that you see all over the internet or seen on the internet, tunes the ones that Brian runs on his site, the ones that I have, the ones I've seen on eBay, I've probably seen more than about 200. Probably about 200. Like I've seen Kirk in probably about 6 or 7 different colors. I missed out on one by $2. I was so pissed. That sucked. But But like that Thor, I mean, that was almost $400. It's junk. I mean, I'm not saying it's junk. Like it's poor quality. You can't give it to a kid. I don't know how kids play with these things. I mean, when they came out, they weren't really well built. I don't know how they survived. And that's why if I get any pieces, I'll just be happy enough to take them over. They're wonderful. So yeah, so they're very, very, very fragile. They're very delicate. You could see the moldings. You could see the mold marks. You could see where they just took an arm and they just, molded it. They didn't even bother putting wrists on it. It's just one piece that doesn't move. Like I said, only the Captain America that I've seen has a jointed wrist. Now I think Brian has one on his site with a jointed wrist. I think it's a different figure, if you will. But there's more than this. These are not all the ones that are out there. God knows how many they made. They made so many different figures. I've seen 5 different Spider-Mans at least. I've only seen the one Thor. I've only seen 2 Hawkmen, or 3 Hawkmen, I should say. The other one's actually more than that because they were in a video. I got to find the video. I put on Amigo like once. It's this guy. It's all in Spanish, so you have to get translated if you don't understand Spanish. But it's him walking through, and you wouldn't believe the toys. There's all kinds of toys, but they're all knockoffs. There was like He-Man. Was it He-Man knockoffs? I don't remember. This guy had tons and tons of toys. I think they were He-Man knockoffs. And a lot of these style knockoffs, if you will. But yeah, most of the figures that were over there, they took they took a lot of stuff from the Lili Ledy figures, if you will, or probably Miko themselves. But very, very cool. So that right there and the Thor are the prize of my collection right now. Absolutely love them to death. All right. So that being said, let me just show this box one more time because I want to give Randall Wall a really great plug on this Frankenstein box. It's absolutely phenomenal. Don't ask me to open it again. Rich, you'll be getting yours. I'll get it in the mail with your stuff so I can get it out to you. Phenomenal. Randall is just, and these are custom hand built. So if you're looking for something you're going to give to your kid for Christmas, say, hey, enjoy, not the toy to give away. These are collectible, absolutely collectible, fantastic sets, amazing. And he just does a great job. Absolutely one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Just phenomenal. So anyway, that being said, hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. Hopefully everything went well for you. We already celebrated this weekend. So tonight I got a little bit of a break and I got to get back to work. But other than that, guys, subscribe so I can give you toys and get rid of stuff that I either don't want. Some of it's brand new. So it's not like I'm just giving away shit like junk, like pulling turds out of a sandbox from a cat box and cat litter and handing them out. And on that, hope everything else is great. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Peace.